Hello, all my YouTube friends. Going running here. Like I said, I was going to try and crank out some videos. I released 2 yesterday, and I had ideas for a couple of more since then. So, I'm going to go ahead and crank out a couple of more. Maybe 3 if I can think of a third one. So, just to kind of change the mood away from jobs and women, and relationships, which is what I've been talking about lately. I'm going to talk about. I've been doing 7 things a lot because then I can give each thing like a couple minutes. So, 7 things why having pets can enrich your life. As those of you who follow my channel know, I am the proud caretaker of 2 cats. My boy cat, who's a domestic short hair black, Joe, and my girl cat, who is a domestic short hair tuxedo, Virginia. We call her Ginny for short. She was probably also the runt of the litter. She's pretty small for a grown cat. So there are obviously some negatives of having pets. I might do a video on that, but this is going to be not that. So number 1, let's just kind of get into these. I've been drinking tea the last couple days, by the way. So number 1, there's no ambiguity. Not like dealing with a significant other. They're very open and honest about their feelings and their needs. As if you guys have watched my other 2 videos I posted recently, you'll see that Ginny has no qualms about coming in here and screaming at me if she needs something. I could not figure out what she needed, but she needed something. I just went and did all of the chores, and eventually that kind of got her to be quiet. But they have no real qualms or ambiguity about bothering you. They have woken me up really early at like 3 or 4 in the morning if they didn't have food or water or something like that. And just as a small segue, if you guys use an electric water bowl, because their water bowl is electric, it filters their water, okay? You do have to keep in mind that, and in Texas, we do have power outages during the summer, that if there is a power outage, not only are they going to have to deal with the heat, they may not be able to drink if that is their only source of water. Mine have gotten pretty good at digging the top off of the thing if they have to, and just drinking out of it, but that is something to keep in mind. It does make some sense to have a static water bowl somewhere, at least when you leave the house, and when you get home you can just add that to their electric bowl to filter it, because it'll be all full of crap. Anyway, but yes, they're going to be very good about stating their needs. And here's Joe. He usually will come when he hears me talking a lot, because he figures I'm not doing anything intense. Please behave, okay? So number 2, they can help you develop a routine. They need fed and watered and litter boxed if you have cats, or walked if you have dogs. I do walk Joe here sometimes with a harness as well. So you can get your cat used to going for a walk if you have a house cat. But they will help you kind of develop a routine as far as chores that you need to do for them, and you can work the chores you need to do for yourself into that. All right, number 3. The affection generally that you get is just worth any trouble they might cause. Their affection is very, You don't usually need to give a great deal to get affection from them. Again, not exactly like dealing with an SO. They're very generally easy to get affection from. My girl cat Ginny is not always the most affectionate, but she's also not mean. She just likes to keep to herself, especially during the summer for some reason. Not sure exactly why there, but just one of those things I'm having to figure out. Number 4. Sometimes you just need to care for something. Especially, men especially like to, we kind of like to provide, and it can feel very good to provide for another being and make sure their needs are met without, just to have a better way to put it right now. I think, other guys can understand that, but there is like an intrinsic value in that as well. If you kind of learn a lot about yourself caring for a pet. I can't really elaborate on that very well, and don't have another way to put it right now, but sometimes you just need to care for something that isn't going to require a great deal back from you. Sometimes a significant other can almost require more than you can give. Ouch, dude. And as you can see, number 5, they can have their own personality and traits. Joe here handles himself kind of completely differently from Ginny. He is a quiet kind of dude, but he has no qualms about coming in here, crawling all over me, and telling me what he needs. He can be vocal if I'm not giving it. He hisses a lot. He is a former feral cat, so hissing is one of his vocal tools that he uses to get his mood across. He's not always trying to be mean, and I don't think he always feels threatened, but he is trying to say that he's not happy about something. So hissing's kind of a common thing of his, but as you can see, mostly he just likes to drive his face into my fingers to say, hey, I need scratches or pets or loves or whatever. So they have their own personalities. As you can see, he's a bit of a biter. If I stop petting him and he doesn't want me to stop petting him, he has no problems giving me a small nibble. It doesn't usually hurt, just to, there you go, let me know like, hey, I'm not done with you yet. He used to be a very violent cat. He used to be all about claws and everything like that. He's really mellowed out. He's going to be 7 in October, so about 35 in human years. And he strikes me more as kind of a middle-aged kind of dude. And his attitude and moods have kind of changed a bit over that time as well. And it's not that I don't get upset at him. Like right now, he's literally sticking his claws into the spot between my scrotum and my thigh, and it's very painful. I'm trying to put up with it because I don't want to start any trouble. But he does kind of make a mistake here and there. It's just one of those things. Now, as a lot of you also know, I have had a vasectomy, so kids just are not something that I really want. And you guys also know that I'm struggling pretty hard to find a second job. And one of the primary motivations for that is these guys right here, not necessarily even myself. I need, there aren't too many places that give like donations for pets. They do exist. There is one here in the DFW area. I have used it to a certain extent, but you don't want to abuse those things. Joe has a flea allergy. You can see his skin is getting better, but is in a little bit rough shape. He really needs a visit to the vet. And you know, these things are very motivating for me to kind of get my life together. My ex will probably be upset that she wasn't, but it's not that she wasn't. It's just that, I don't know. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze there. It was getting to be to where the juice just wasn't worth the squeeze, but the juice is worth the squeeze with these guys. They're absolutely worth the effort for the most part. What are you getting ornery about now? Okay. I'm shooting a video. Okay. I'm trying to give you attention. Alright. And the final one on the list. Many pets, both dogs and cats alike, are excellent judges of character. If they don't like somebody that you're around, you should probably think twice about making that person a more permanent part of your life. If they ever mellow out to that individual or group of people, then that's one thing. Sometimes first impressions just aren't great, but if it's constantly they're not good with that person, you know, you might want to consider that. Yeah. So I was able to keep this pretty much on the short side, and there you go. 7 reasons why having pets can be very beneficial to your life. Thanks for sticking to the end if you did. Please subscribe. I'm really trying to do a little bit more about growing my channel, and I will see you later. Goemon Ronan and Joe signing out.